Case interviews require your entire focus and brain power. There is a lot of information, often disconnected, that you have to struggle to put together in a classy and self-confident way. After the first case practice, everyone experiences a degree of despair. But that's normal, that's just a natural reaction for doing something new. Something that requires multiple skills that you haven't just practiced yet. Then how will you get better at case interviews? Reading books and cases? Practicing with other beginners? Praying to the gods to receive the gift of solving cases? Well, you can try. Or maybe let's try the following. 1. Choose a trusted source of case interview knowledge. 2. Watch videos to learn the theory or read books. 3. Take a diagnostic with an expert. Craft a learning plan for you. 4th, use self-learning tools, like an app for instance. 5. Practice what you learned privately with peers. Go through the cycle of theory, self-studying, and practicing again and again and again. Fast learning guaranteed. I am Flavio. I'm a former McKinsey consultant and one of the co-founders of the Case Interview Academy. I love to coach, and today I help people get in top shape for consulting interviews. But first, I have something to share with you. I failed my first consulting interviews. I didn't know what it took, and I didn't do my homework to pass. I didn't accept that fate and decided to go back and try again. But this time, I was prepared. I passed with distinction at McKinsey and worked there successfully in many projects. Now let's get down to business. I'm here to share my method and frameworks with you. I was inspired by many experts, but I decided to create the most comprehensive and in-depth case interview material that there is. We break out the case interview skills and you can grasp content in a structured manner. It will surely help you save time and also help you avoid traps. Consultants need to be smart and hardworking in order to deliver value to their clients. Consultants need to attract bright people in order to stay in business. But why do they use case interviews? Consultancies need to quickly assess a large number of candidates in order to pick the best ones. Case interviews help them sample consulting skills and to do so quickly. Besides testing actual skills like structuring or doing math, face-to-face interviews enable companies to assess communications, judgment, and why not, likability as well. Are case interviews fair? No. There are probably many people who get rejected but would do much better if they had more time to solve cases. So cases are biased towards people who can deliver on the spot. Yes, even if there are other ways to deliver in the real world. But again, for the sake of speed, it is still the method of choice of selection in consultancies worldwide. And what can you do about it? Learn to play the game. The Case Interview Academy provides coaching through 3 different and complementary tools. First, the video. They are designed to give you the theory and the application examples of the techniques that are required for you to develop. Second, one-on-one coaching sessions. The focus is to practice cases and provide specific feedback on what is needed to work on. It starts with a diagnostic session where we craft a learning plan for you. The learning plan is very important to keep you on track and not to omit anything important that you need to know. After that, touchpoint sessions have more practice and feedback. Third, the Case Interview Academy app. It is designed to be your guiding tool, to practice the habits learned in these videos and to incorporate them in the case resolution. Now that you know how the method of the Case Interview Academy works, let's start talking about the interview. The interview lasts for 1 hour and generally has 3 parts in most top consulting companies. Usually it starts with a behavioral question to see if you fit with the company's culture and profile. This takes anything from 10 to 20 minutes and depends on the interviewer, the company, and the round you're interviewing. We'll talk more about this in another video. Then you have the case itself, taking anything between 20 and 35 minutes. And finally, there's the closing chat and questions to the interviewer. In this video, we'll focus on the case itself and in the 7 skills needed to rock the case. The skills are listening and recap, clarification, structuring, graphs and math, brainstorming, synthesis, and business acumen. It's a lot, but don't be scared. Let's check out each one and understand why are you tested on this and what does a strong performance tell about you. Listening and recap. You'll be often facing information overload in consulting. Random, disconnected pieces of information. An avalanche. You need to be able to put those pieces together and play them back to whoever is speaking at you. It avoids misunderstandings, it avoids rework, it's good for everyone. It shows you're a careful listener and you understand the risks of misunderstanding. 2. Clarification. It also avoids further misunderstandings and saves you time and effort. Simple clarification questions can be very revealing, and we start on the right foot. What really matters to know early and to accelerate the case resolution? Do you know the gaps of knowledge you're missing? 3. Structuring. Businesses are complex. Lots of moving parts. Clients know their problems, and often they have an intuitive solution for them already. You are there to structure and organize the moving parts in order to ensure that the problem is properly solved. It shows that you're structured and methodical. And with a little time, you can solve any puzzle. 3. Graphs and math. Consultants receive data from clients in all formats, including weird graphs. Consultants might also convey complex messages through graphs. Graphs and math usually go together. Math is key because businesses are measured in numbers, and business decisions are made looking at numbers. So reading and producing graphs show that you're able to communicate complex messages quickly. Solid math shows mental organization and logical thinking. 5. Brainstorming. Consultants continuously propose traditional and innovative ideas for their clients. They also need to hypothesize in order to start investigations. Good brainstorming skills show that you can generate ideas, possibilities, hypotheses without difficulty and with a minimal level of structure. Brainstorming has a tight link with business acumen. 6. Synthesis. Summarizing ideas and delivering succinct recommendations provide clarity. Everyone loves that. Nobody has time for lengthy monologues that dilute the main point or never get to the point. It shows that you can distill the main message and deliver it effectively, especially when time is pressing and everyone is overwhelmed with information. 7. Business acumen. The world of business and economics are controlled by, let's say, a set of natural rules. I like to think of it as business physics. The same way the world is ruled by some physics laws. When you throw a ball in the air, it's gonna follow a hyperbolic trajectory. You as a human being who has been around for quite some time can predict fairly well. Business is also subject of some action-reaction rules. Although not as defined as physics laws, business physics is there, and knowing them shows strong business acumen. One business law is that integrating two drastically different work cultures, as often happens in mergers, is a rather explosive mix and must be handled with extreme care. A strong business acumen means that you understand the different moving parts of business and how to tweak them, and you understand also how they influence each other. It ultimately shows that you can make healthy recommendations for a business. So besides the 7 skills that we mentioned, the other big thing that's going to be assessed throughout the interview is your communication skills. From second 1 to the end of the interview, you're going to be assessed for your communication skills, verbal and non-verbal. Verbally, you make an impression through your tone, speed, word choice, and sentence formation. Non-verbally, what matters is your body communications, facial expressions, and eye contact. Everyone has a unique way of communicating and communicates differently depending on the context. In consulting, however, there are some characteristics that are desirable always. Clarity and precision of language, self-confidence and firmness, and a reasoning style that suits your audience. Although many people are not aware of it, the global opinion about someone is directly related to their communication. The first judgment is usually lightning fast, and the first impression is formed 30 seconds after someone starts speaking. Strong communication skills make you a lot more effective at work. Since no one works alone in consulting, if you communicate well, you're going to accomplish a lot more in less time. Basically, all case interviews will require the 7 skills plus communication in different levels. The format of the case can vary though. The two opposites of the spectrum are guided cases and open cases. Guided cases, also known as interviewer-led cases, are controlled by the interviewer. You'll be given questions at each point of the case, and sometimes focus will shift abruptly. You don't have to worry about it, just follow the lead of the interviewer. In open cases, also known as interviewee-led cases or candidate-led cases, you are the pilot. If you don't ask the right questions or request the right numbers, the interviewer doesn't volunteer to give them to you. You need clarity about where you should spend time to crack the case. Often, a case will have a mixed format, not 100% guided nor 100% open. So that's it for our first video. In the next video, you're going to see how to apply each skill and the best practices of each skill with examples.